Hello and welcome, beautiful stars, to today's reading. So in today's Spirit's Guidance, we have 3 piles for you, and these are representative cards, so they may or may not show up in your reading, but I will show you their card backs and the artwork with each of them. Alright, so for pile 1, this is your oracle and the artwork. Your tarot and the artwork, and your Lenormand and its artwork. Alright, pile 2, this is the artwork, and the other side is a message that goes with it. Okay, and your tarot and its artwork, and your Lenormand, and this one's glossy, so I'll move it back and forth so you can see it, and its artwork, hope that captures it on the camera. Okay, and pile 3, this is your oracle, and this is the artwork along with its message, and your tarot and its artwork, and your Lenormand and its artwork. Alright, lovely stars, take a moment to ground yourself, tune into your intuition, however you do this process. And whenever you are ready, choose your pile or piles. If there's more than one calling out to you, go to the timestamps down below in the description, and then I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile ones, welcome to your reading. Alright, so before we get started with your oracle, I want to mention your Lenormand real quick, so I don't forget the shape. It's one thing, and the other thing is I always like to see how it ties into the message. So yeah, for your Lenormand, we have a ring made up of 7 cards, and the image that came to me was it's almost like a ring that dolphins or whales jump through at an aquarium show or performance, and those rings have ribbons ribbons attached to them, and the ribbons are like floating in the wind. But yes, that's what it looks like. It's a ring, not like a circus, but yes, an aquarium show, and dolphins and other animals jump through it is the training. All right, so let's dive into your oracles here. We'll start with this one. Talk about animals jumping, I mean fish, or yes, aquarium creatures jumping through rings. We start off with this card with this orca, and it says, in the light of the moon, a full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. Oh, and we see the main thing that's coming through is shining and brilliance of your soul's beauty shining through, coming out. Perhaps there's a celebration, something of the sorts, but you're getting some kind of recognition and glow up, and yes, something is radiating about you is the feeling I'm getting. Okay, next we have shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and the rules, and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. definitely. So might have been, or you might have been undergoing some restrictions. Okay, also getting, well, a combination of societal and familial. So perhaps restriction in terms of society construct and obligation to family is what's coming through. So family, it's well, in a positive sense, I guess. Okay, we're gonna leave positive, negative out. It's more in a dutiful sense, which means you feel obligated to perhaps care for your family, devote yourself to your family. But yeah, so there's that can be considered as a positive or a negative aspect depending on how much we are tied into there. And there's something about you needing to shine out, either out that situation or just out in general. Kind of not flying the bird's nest, but flying out on your own because it is your time. Okay, so yeah, we'll get into that more, but that's the energy we're getting thus far. Okay, and we have where you need to be. Acknowledge how you are feeling. Have faith in the universe. Have faith the universe will take care of the current concern by providing the best outcome for all involved. Precisely so. Perhaps you feel dutiful or obligated because it's a necessity or it's necessary for you to kind of care for your family or somebody right now. It can even be the energy of a caretaker. It doesn't necessarily have to be family, although I'm getting family strongly. But you don't have to worry too much because once you shine and get out on into your spotlight, then perhaps you will have the financial needs or means to have your concerns taken care of, especially in regards to your family. Something's coming out strongly through that. But yeah, it's the time to shine. Okay, let's get into your other oracle cards here. So we have the peacock's tail and talk about shining. Ooh, also like the 7 colors represented by the 7 rings here. It's what I'm pulled to or drawn to already. Okay, so the peacock's tail, we have multifacets of you being revealed, or there is a revelation of sorts. When you see a peacock and it reveals its tail, there's this amazement, this wondrous awe to its striking tail of beauty. It's mesmerizing. So there's some sort of revelation going on, but starting from a small recognition and then going into multi-layers, into full bloom, like how a peacock's tail expands. Okay, let's look at the other oracle here. And we have Jupiter with expansion and fortune and good luck. Okay, let me see. I don't know whether you're presenting something or you're performing, but I feel like there's judges watching or some, not bystander, excuse me, somebody's watching a panel. Yes, like a panel watching, or like the show at the aquarium, where there's audience watching and perhaps there's a panel grading something too. But yeah, it's almost like there's 3 judges or 3 something. Some of you are preparing to performing something and you're gonna shine. You're gonna dazzle it at your performance. Okay. Do I see a reward being granted to you? Well, you are certainly granted something. Oh, we have the peacock's tail coming through here again. Okay. Okay, they wanted me to analyze the astrology in the hand a little bit. So we have the Mount of Venus with your individuality, expressing love through yourself. Jupiter here. Yeah, some sort of wealth, luck, fame. Fame is coming through strongly. Fame and recognition. While the rest of the duties, the obligation, the ties, and the binds are kind of just kept at bay. So it's talking about your individuality shining through with fortune's favor. Okay, quite strongly, because here I feel like these three fingers are tied up, and we're talking about Saturn, Apollo, and Mercury here. So yeah, there's some sort of serendipitous luck, fortune coming through. Because we're not relying so much, we're relying on your individuality, but not so much on your fame and recognition, at least not yet. And not so much with Mercury or obligation in terms of Saturn either. The obligation and the duty is more in relation to what you currently have with the familial aspect. Yes. Okay, that ties up our message for our oracle, or at least that's the main energy standing out. We have not touched your tarot yet, so we will look into that for any clarification. Let's look at your ring. Let's look at your performance. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. They really want to talk about this. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2. So we have the ring here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Okay. All right, let's start over here. So we have the ship. Dolphins again, and whale. Holy synchronicities. Okay. Yeah, are you going somewhere to perform, or guided to go somewhere to perform, or a presentation, a project? Something is being displayed, almost like a model ship here in one of those glass bottles, but the sun is going to bring into recognition. Okay, so we have 29 with the feminine energy, or the mermaid in this case. I see. Oh, hold on. It speaks about, okay, the competition. Something about discovery, but also creative talent. Okay. And then we have number 8 here. Okay. Okay, give me just a moment, stars. Let's move on to this one. We have the book. Okay. And then we have the cross. Yeah, okay. Got it. Next we have the moon. Okay. Definitely. Oh, okay. Yes, that trapping there. It's like, got it. It's like they snatched up a star. Okay, 8 of hearts. Lovely. All right, and our last Lenormand here is recognition again. Wow, okay. Okay, let me check something real quick, stars. Let me pause the video. I will be right back. All right, so where were we? Yes. Okay. 8 is standing out quite prominently. What is it about number 8? Huh. Okay. Perhaps an 8th place ranking? And then from there, going to nationals. Okay. Something about ranking. Okay. So take that if it applies. Perhaps you don't know this yet. Yes, because this performance, I'm getting a strong feeling. This performance, this presentation, whatever this is, it's on the way. Or I mean, it's yet to... I mean, I don't know if some of you already have. Or maybe you got 8th place in something, you're like, well, this is it. But no, it's gonna be kind of like skyrocketing you to something else. Anyhow, yeah, so we do see this hoop you're jumping through. Yes, this ring. But it will be successful because I see a lot of this energy of like the judges or the panel discovering a talent, which is you, or your project or your product, your creation, if it's not in terms of a presentation. They're like, wow, okay, they were blown out of the water. Literally, we see all these fish and these whales are jumping out of the water and through this hoop. And yeah, it's eventually going to... we're talking about the blockage here. We'll talk about the blockage in a little bit. But this crest of the hoop versus this trough of the hoop, since we're talking about water and waves here, let's talk about the recognition of what you become. So the recognition of what you will come into here with this these two cards here is you're going to be, for lack of a better word, statuesque. Basically, you're going to be highly valued or seen in a different light, kind of like a statuesque, picturesque kind of model. Yes, it's people will see you in a different light, shining through quite differently than where you are at currently. It's a form of recognition, but it's also a form of appreciation towards like the arts and the beauty of what you become. It's what you already are now, but it's what you quote unquote become because you will come into recognition. Let's talk about a bit of the blockages here. We do see you, like we said already, that the judges snatching you up in their views and in their praise and in their adoration and admiration, and then elevating you with Jupiter here, elevating you to greater status. But I see for the blockages, something has to give, something has to end. It's part of your life, it's connected, and it's like the obligation we talked about earlier. It's a duty. Yes, but in order, it's a duty that feels like a trapping, not allowing you to... What is in this regards to this book here, Spirit? We might have to look for clarification here. Yeah, it's some sort of thing, mesh, semi-preventing you, but not really. Because, like we said, it's like you feel it's your duty to take care of your family or whatever you're taking care of. It's not like you're necessarily tied to it, but you are because you choose to be. Yes, because like we said, you feel obligated and dedicated to it. But there's advice. I see the mountain here, and it's very challenging to let this go. But once you step into your recognition, like this card mentioned here, it will all be taken care of. Somehow, okay, that's what the book is about. Thank you, Spirit. Took a moment for us to get there, but the message finally came through. The books will be balanced. So what that means in a business sense is when you balance your books, all your T's are crossed, all your I's are dotted. Basically, all the documentation and all the organization in regards to your business, when we're speaking in the business term here, balancing the books, is it's all in order. It's all taken care of. Yes. So fret not, lovely stars, pile number 1 here. Things will be taken care of. Getting strong financial here because we're talking about business, and yeah, we also see a bit of that energy coming through here. Okay, yes, because once you get into this recognition, financial wealth will come a lot as well. We see here indicated by Jupiter. Okay, let's look into your tarot, because we need to clarify some things. Okay, what will Pile 1 be recognized for, and how? Okay, we have a couple of questions. Okay, let's look at your recognition. Yes, let's look at your recognition. And let's look at advice on how to kind of release this burden, this obligation, and the nature behind it. And let's see, do we have one more question here for Pile 1 Spirit? So we have the recognition and we have the obligation. Now, let's look at those two lenses. Alright, Spirit, so for pile number 1, can we get a few cards to give us a bit more info about this recognition, please, Spirit? Okay. This one here, and let's see this one. Okay, and can we get your perhaps final advice, or just your advice on how Pile 1 can move or resolve this obligation feeling and the worries perhaps that they have? Okay, had it, lots of, okay, keep moving. Okay, can we get advice, outcome, and we want one more in that realm here. Okay. All right, let's organize this a little bit here. And all right, so in regards to your recognition, Pile 1, we have Queen of Water with loving, giving, and psychic. Gold medalist. We have 10 of Water. See this cup multiplying to that. It's gonna bring happiness to your family. So if you worry about that, do not fear, Pile 1. The High Priestess. It's meant for you. Intuition, wisdom, and patience. Okay. 10 of Water with family, love, and blessings, of course. It's meant for you, but you have to heed the call. You have to trust that it will be okay. And it's going to be okay. We have the Queen of Water, the 10 of Wands, and the High Priestess here. All very positive cards, especially the 10 of Water here. It's your wish come true times 10. So it not only does this project, this talent, this whatever you're doing, presenting, creating, putting out there, it's going to be recognized. Like, what does this look like here? It looks like a judge on a panel, right, grading you, and she sees the brilliance because you're bringing it from your heart, and she's about to give you this gold cup medal here. So yeah, so it's fulfilling in so many sense of the word in terms of your emotional aspect, and then it's also going to be like your family or whoever you're worried about or whatever thing you're worried about is rooting for you, and it's going to bring that happiness along for you. So it's, yeah, this will vary across different people tuning into the reading, but it is something to pursue because it's very emotionally fulfilling. But there has to be a bit of sense of trust that comes along with it. Trust in the process, trust in, have faith in the universe who will take care of current concerns. Having trust that things will all blend out for the better. It's a matter of trust. Because this plan is with the universe. It, I mean, yes, Spirit knows. So let's look at your final advice or outcome in terms of how to proceed forward with this and perhaps how to assuage your concerns here. We have 6 of air with relief, hope, and moving on. Okay. Yeah, moving on to new greater horizons. Something about something about not listening to your guides here. It was standing out very poignantly. It's like, yes, you know your guides are there, you know you're being guided, but something about it, it's preventing you from fully trusting. Is it because it's doubts? Because it's past, issues that pertains to every individual differently. But something is preventing you from fully trusting your guides and being like, okay, I know it's on the horizon for me. I know it's going to be shining for me. But I'm just going to kind of navigate it my own way there instead of just going into it with full trust, being like, okay, let's remove this bar here and I will fully embrace the trust of the universe to see and guide me there. Okay, we have 5 of air, mistakes, melodrama, and reassessment. Again, see, we see it's a competition. Okay. All right. Yes, they are reiterating that message, which I will deliver in a good second here. 10 of air. This card is significant because it was in your selection process. Yes. Endings, recovery, and freedom. Pile number 1. Quite significant card here. Timing. That's what needs to be. Well, timing and guidance too. Look who's bringing forth the timing. It's Spirit. It's divine timing. And here I feel like this is like almost like 8 of swords. Like you're barring yourself with your own mental blockages. When is it going to come? When is it going to happen? Is it happening? Am I capable? All these thoughts swirling. And spirits are like, I'm bringing it to you, but I can't bring it to you. You keep on barring me with all these thoughts of doubts. Okay. And the... Oh my god. Pile1, I cannot. You have the 10 of water, which is the 10 of cups, and you have the 10 of earth, which is the 10 of pentacles. Double happiness, magnify now to what, 100? Your blessings are astounding, my god. Yeah, if there's anything to doubt, please, it is encouraged to relinquish that doubt, because not only do we have the 9 of cups, which is wish coming true, magnify tenfold. We have wishes coming true with the Nine of Pentacles, magnify tenfold with the Ten of Earth here. Double the blessings, double the amazing. Yeah, the only thing left is your own thoughts, barring yourself, blocking it from. It's like, yes, we said we're going to speak to this energy. There's 5 of air here. Okay. So we will recognize it. In the past, it's like, it's almost like you not really been promised, but you kind of take note that, okay, this is meant to me, this is meant for me, this is to happen for me, but you didn't see the results. So therefore, you double down on the thoughts. It's like, oh, I must make everything happen. This is like, I have to really strategize. This is a chess game, right? So the lack of trust or faith or doubt there is making you look the other way instead of looking and focusing on the game. So yes, there's a need and a shift to move away from, and what do we have here? Air, swords. A need to move away from, oh my God, all those aspects to look what all the swords are barring, all the sword cards here on top of your wishes coming true and your trust as well. But the outcome, standing all alone here, is a very prosperous aspect. And for some of you, that's family as well, right? We saw family in 10 of water here, and we saw family here in 10 of earth. Security and tradition. Security is standing out strongly. Prosperity too, but yes. So fear not, Pile1. It's all coming together. You are jumping through this hoop. You're going to make an amazing performance. You're going to shine out. You're going to glow up. The judges are giving you the medals. And you're going to receive your blessings. No doubts about that. Just relinquish this fear, and spirit will be like, okay, there's no more doubts. No more fear holding pile number 1 back. We can finally present the cup. Yes. All right, pile 1, go forth, receive your blessings. That was an amazing reading. I hope you are able to relinquish those fears, doubts, and those aspects, and go forth and receive your blessings. All right, pile 1, that was your reading. If you found it insightful, if you liked it, or you found it helpful, please give that button a like. Give that like button a tap. Subscribe already. If you haven't already, for more messages. I hope you have a wonderful, magical, lovely day. Shine bright. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next reading. Bye, Pile 1s. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Alright, so we have not touched your Lenormand. We don't know what shape it is yet. We have your tarot, and let's look into your oracle. So your main one here is clear the vessel. Clear for something coming. Okay. Yeah, I see something from the stars coming and pouring through, getting a very star, literally like the star card, Aquarius, coming through in this picture. Also, some mermaid energy is a little bit coming through, but yes, something is coming from stars and it's about to be outpouring. Okay, let's find out what this means. Okay, let's go with this card here. Very magician vibes here, but okay. Has something to do with vision or psychic vision. Is that what we're getting, Spirit? I just got a pang in my eyes, so that is certainly a strong signal. Yeah, some sort of psychic vision of the future, into the future, manifestation, the foreseeing of your manifestation, or the realization or actualization of Yeah, some sort of psychic vision and manifestation unfolding. I am courageous and I stand up for myself. Okay, so that's the message for that card. Let's look at this card here. Ooh, we have the world upside down. Okay. Interesting. Your world is about to be flipped upside down. Because these cards are not reversed, and they're not usually coming in reversals. But yeah, your world is about to be spun upside down. I see you entering one part of the maze and then circling through it and then coming out the other part of the maze. It's like those mazes we've seen where you trace it with a pen. Yeah, so that kind of thing. But let's see. So yes, coming into the maze, coming out another, having your world flip upside down. Kind of like, yeah, Hangman, the tarot card. Let's see what the message is. My efforts are being supported by the universe. My dreams manifest into reality before my eyes. Yes, exactly. We're talking about manifestation, and we're talking about it, yeah, being flipped right before your eyes. Okay, let's go here next. Or let's see, it doesn't matter. We'll go with this one first. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Ooh. You can become whatever you choose. Do we have some shape-shifting energies going on here? Yes, but in a magical sense. Perhaps some of you are in the fashion industry or some sort of makeup related aspect. Something about you using your art, your ability to make things look more, well, either different, more glamorous, more beautiful, more ecstatic. Ecstatic is coming through. Shifting emotions. Yes. Okay. And 4 standing out here, but magnified up by 3. So 4 and 4, 4, 4 or 12. Okay. Yes, but something about shape-shifting magic ability here for some of you. Having that ability to craft and create and change and transform things, or at least perform a level of glamour that enhances something. Yeah, like a makeup tutorial channel or something. Makeup or fashion, something to glamorize. Yes, a creation, a person, something like that, that will enhance their physical appeal. Yes. Okay, let's look at this card here. We have relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Okay. So we have another thing coming through here. Do we have a manifestation for relationship? I think we do. Past relationships have been murky, yucky, icky. It's funny, when I was choosing, or when Spirit was choosing your decks for this reading, pile number 2, it's almost like I got a very strong feel or strong pull to choose the decks in regards to relationship and romance. So perhaps that is some of the case for some of you. 32 is also standing out. 23 is also standing out. But yes, something, it's like old relationships, patterns, wounds, things like that are causing malaise is the word we're using. Malaise in your daily life. is specifically, malaise just means illness. So it's malaise of the emotions. Feeling despondent, feeling sad, feeling disappointed perhaps. And it's like, where is my true love? Where's my soul partner? And you're looking for it in this mirror, like as if you're looking into another world, as if your love and your soulmate or your potential partner is existing in another world, and you can't reach there, you can't get there, because you're in this world that is withering away. Okay, very precise energy there. And we actually want to look at this later. Do you want to look at this later, Spirit? Yes, we want to hold on to this. We can look at it now, but I think this is more in regards to the resolution, perhaps, to this, or yeah, a resolution or advice or an outcome. So let's look at it now. I feel like we can look at it now, but it's more like it doesn't have to do with your overall energy right now. It has to do with kind of like the outcome or the result or the advice with this reading. Okay, so we have powerful, try to stop me. So keep in mind, these are the advice or yes, resolution. Apologetic, I take full responsibility. It's a blank slate. You can start anew. You can write your old chapters, burn them, cleanse them, move on. If it's old relationship patterns or withering, yeah. Do we have any apologies coming through? Potentially. I am getting that too. More so on their behalf rather than your behalf. So perhaps they're writing apology messages. Okay. We'll leave this card with this, and we'll leave this card with this. How appropriate. So this is something about your creativity. Okay. And this is more about relationship and clearing that away. All this actually kind of ties. I'm going to put this over here because all this energy is more tying into this, and all this energy is tying more into this. All right, let's look at your tarot here for a clarification. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. I see you focusing your goals or planning ahead. But that's interesting for the energy of the High Priestess here. It's more so the energy of the High Priestess in regards to this card in your situation here. It's something you do not see coming. You're quite focused on what's going on currently in your life. Perhaps you are busy, perhaps you are organized, on schedule. Schedule is a strong one coming through. So you don't see the blessings that are on the way. It's hidden deep in the depths far away from you. Okay. And we have the Hermit. You're just in your own little world here, doing your own thing. Okay. And we have the Ten of Swords. All people know how to do is take for me. It's like they're all digging into a little part of you as much as you share them, but there's no reciprocity in return. There's no equal energy to reciprocate that. We have the Tower. Okay. And something major shifting has to change. It might not be easy. It might come suddenly. It's more like it will come out of necessity. It's like a coerced thing that needs to be that needs to happen for you to change out some of the patterns here. Yes. Okay, and we have the Two of Wands. I see you wanting to embrace the new horizons, embrace the possibility and the wonders and beauty of life, but clinging on to the world that you currently presently have, which is this world we're talking about here. That same paradigm we talked about earlier, right? Looking and seeing the world that you want to live in, with your dreams coming true, with your love, with your XYZ insert blank here, but living in a world that's despondent. And as you can see here, this koala is not seeing all the wondrous beauty that's going on around it and behind it, because it's hanging on to what little world it has, the world that is so accustomed to, that is so used to, that it is so that it's known for so long and so well. That's why this éclat de tonnerre, this strike of lightning, this spiritual intervention has to come through, and to take you out of all this darkness, this despondent nature, these patterns that needs to shift, because otherwise it will just perpetuate the darkness and the sorrow here, that you can easily fall into. That's why the blessings also seem so far away. So the advice in the meantime is to seek out your friends, or seek out your support network. Even this here can be a support network, right? Those tuning in, the same energy here, making comments, listening to Spirit's guidance, is a way supporting you. Because what waits ahead, because currently you are so kind of in that little world of yours, in your my own space, my own world, my alone time kind of space. But what's waiting to be discovered is to step into your power and your creativity and flipping your world upside down. With the tower falling here too, that's quite a resonance there. So part of it, yes, your magic and creation is shifting other people, but at the same time, it's shifting yourself. Yes, thank you, Spirit. You glamorize other people, and you glamorize your projects and your creations, and you make them beautiful and you enhance them. Yet the question Spirit is asking you is, why do you not do that for yourself, pile number 2? And that's why spiritual divine intervention is coming through. So you can clear the old patterns, you can heal yourself, you can immerse yourself in the spiritual water that will transform you into the star that you are. You can be a star because you already are a star. You are here listening to this very message on the Stars Horizon channel because you are a magnificent star. The reason why I name it the channel that way, it's because we are all stars on the horizon, and why my intros addresses you that way, because you already are. Coming into the lily here, you can see this lily is of magnificent color and of magnificent splendor. Is powerful. It's like that very Queen Bee Beyonce vibe. Just like, try to stop me. I'm a queen. Yes. So Spirit is asking you, why are you not glamorizing and enhancing yourself the thing that you do so well for other people. Yes, and love and relationship is coming through as well. So we do recognize the pain and the patterns that you have gone through, and being kind of eaten away, or every time you share yourself and that energy is not reciprocated. And perhaps that's why this message is coming so strongly for you, is to encourage you to bring that beauty that you create for others to create for yourself. Also pulling out this plumeria here, which is a wonderful flower, both beautiful and exotic, depending on where you come from. If you live at where they grow, it's not quite exotic, but where most of us are living, it has a very fragrant, amazing aroma, and it's almost like underrated. Is the message I'm getting for you here. So don't underrate the star that you are. Okay. All right, let's look into your Lenormand, so we don't drag out this message. I think you get the message. What shape do we have for pile number 2's Lenormand, please, Spirit? Let's see here. For now, pile number 2. Okay, well, first of all, they're giving me a heart. So, self-love. Yeah, self-love is coming in strongly. Do we want to continue with the heart, Spirit, or should we take another form for pile 2? I also see a paintbrush. Yeah, so definitely, you know, makeup, artist, industry, fashion, you name it. All those kind of creative endeavors coming through your creative energy. Okay. Heart, paintbrush, couple forms coming through. I think you're getting the message. This is what I'm receiving. I think you're getting the message on the self-love. It just has to be implemented. About the self-glamorization is getting implemented. So they're telling me to go with the brush. Okay. Otherwise, we would have gone with the heart. So let's see for this brush. How many cards do you want, Spirit? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the brush, like the wooden part, and then 1 for the what is that? The not the feathers, the actual brush itself, not the handle. Yes, so 4 cards for the handle and 1 for the brush itself. Thank you, Spirit. Got it. Okay. Oh, do we want this to be your brush? No. Okay. Okay, give me a second, stars. Let's see here. No, we want this one. No. This one. Thank you. Okay, so 3 more cards here. Oops. Oh, okay. Talk about shape-shifting ability or changing perceptions and looks. Is this the brush? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we have 1 more? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. All right. All right. Beautiful pile number 2. Lovely stars here. So this is your paintbrush. We're gonna go in this direction. So this is the handle, and this is the brush itself. So let's see what we have. We have the mountain, and I will be moving this, like I said in the intro, because these are glossy. Oh. Okay, hold on, let me get a closer look. You are being blocked from peace of mind, perhaps by your own mentality. We have the cross. Okay. Healing your heart. Because it can be quite a burden if Yes. And we have the fish. Talking about glamour here, but talking about glamour in terms of making your creation and your talents and your projects into wealth and abundance and material longevity. Okay, so we have, yes, the fox that fell out. Yeah, shape-shifting, changing abilities. This is about glamour and perception. If we want to talk about the deceit aspect of this card, it's more so about the deceptions you have gone through, past hurts, those kind of things, old patterns. Yes, the deception you have experienced. Two messages in regards to this fox. Yeah. Okay, and we have the anchor. Okay, it's time to solidify. 35 is standing out here. Time to solidify. Oh. So for your brush, yes, we want to solidify your positive emotions, your stardom, your glamour, your beauty, your enhanced nature and self in the in your talents, in your abilities, basically. So I see this here. Amazing message coming through here as Excalibur. And how do we see that? We see, this is kind of like, if you think of this as the stone, this is the sword here, right? The tip of the sword is right here, and you pull it out this way. So that's pulling your own Excalibur out of the stone, which is the recognition of your talents, your manifestation power, your manifestation, law of attraction power, your ability to shift and glamorize people and things and enhance them with either makeup, fashion, artistry. It could be even any of those things will glamorize. And that will give you the stability basis that you need to form a beautiful future foundation for your peace of mind, for your future relationship, for your wealth, for your abundance, for your abilities. Holy cow, everything. That will be the anchor to form everything. That is the magical brush with which you use. All of these are part of your handles, right? So these are your experiences that forms the wooden handle that is required, because you can't use a brush by itself. I mean, you could, but it's very difficult and it's very challenging or messy. You need a firm foundation and handle to handle that brush. And that is the challenges you've gone through. Instead of being a plaguing on your mind, it could give you peace and serenity, knowing that you've endured, that you've encountered, and now you can build your resilience and strength in regards to the experiences you've gone through. Instead of continually hurting over it and going through the same patterns over and over again, we can learn from our patterns. You can learn and shift from your patterns, heal from it, and grow from it, and then turn it into something more wondrous. Yes. Lovely. In pile number 2, I think we don't need any more clarification on that. Yes. We have the recognition of your beauty, your essential nature, things that you can do. We have the advice on how for you to proceed forward, and we have the advice for stepping into the totality of what you are and your amazing talents. Yes. All right, lovely pile number 2. That was your message. I hope you found it helpful, insightful, or you liked it. If you did, please consider giving that like button a tap. Subscribe if you have not already for more messages. I wish you a wonderful, magical, happy day. Shine bright, take care of yourself, and then I will see you in the next reading. Bye, number 2s. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Okay, so you have a very curious deck selection here. So we have a lot of archetypes and a lot of deep energies. And then we have 2 pet decks, 1 cat, 1 dog. We have a form for your Lenormand, which is, perhaps that's why Spirit chose the animal decks here, your cats and your dog, but it's a food bowl, a food or a water bowl for your pet usually. So I have no idea what that means. We will look into it when we get into the reading. Perhaps some of you have pets. I have no idea. But we have not touched your tarot yet, so we will find out soon in the reading too. All right, let's first get straight into your oracle here. We have Trickster with light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. And let me read that once again. The light attribute is transcending convention, so transcending these things, convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. The shadow attribute is manipulating others through duplicity. Okay, yes, like the positive aspect of a magician and the negative aspects, or the shadow aspects of a magician. Okay, so we have something's being played here. We're not quite sure what it is yet. We're not quite sure who's or what is being played. So let's look deeper. Talking about looking deeper, this is the Deep Place Oracle here. And we have the Judge. Baron into gold. The hand gestures here. Oh. Giving and receiving, stopping and fooling. I mean, showing and deceiving. Something about the hand gestures here is standing out significantly. As you can see, these are almost like disembodied hands. Like they seem to be floating out of nowhere. We have certain motions with the hands here. Okay, so let's see. This one says, I have control of the vibration I offer. And let's look at the image. It sounds like somebody's peering over a fence. The energy I'm getting from this is it's like you see in the movies, like when a criminal wants to like break into a house, like they first peer around a little bit and to see if anybody's around, and then they jump in. So that's the kind of energy that's going on here. I'm also getting the 7 of Swords feeling in the tarot. So like that trickster, thieving, stealing energy coming through. Yeah. So we have some sort of duplicitous nature here going on with all this clandestine deception, trickery energy going on. Okay, let's see what the message here is. Once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all the good stuff that you have put there, and you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control of everything that rendezvouses with you, and when you get control of the vibration that you offer, and you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. Okay. So I will leave that message as is. I already had a feeling that the message was not going to tie into this reading, but if it does for some of you, please do claim it. All right, let's look into the Deep Place Oracle here, because something it's shadowy. And I felt with the call to the shadow attributes when I first picked up this card. So let's start here actually. So we have Vespers. Okay. Which is that whisper time in the evening, kind of twilight. Oh, okay, I see. When light shifts into darkness, when the dawn, dusk evening has set, so that the last light sets upon the earth, wherever you are, and then darkness comes. Okay. Light a candle. Okay. We have growth. Interesting energy here. And we have quietude. Okay. Let's tie in all the energies here. What is the nature of this about, Spirit? There's something Pile 3 is not seeing. And the question is why? What is being hidden from them? And why is being hidden from them? A lot of mysterious energy to your reading here, Pile number 3. Yeah, some sort of... Okay, they're telling me just to go out and say it. So let me preface this with saying first that, everything we convey through spirit is meant for your personal growth, and it's meant with love. So, yes, if something is difficult to hear, if you're not quite ready to hear it, come back another time, that's completely okay. But I am an honest reader, and I have to convey the message as I see it. So the main thing that is standing out is there's something you are not seeing. Whether it's you're not seeing it because you choose to, or whether you're not seeing it because you're focusing on something else, say perhaps on the positive aspect, while not noticing the negative or shadow aspects of anything, because this is a universal not a universal, it's a general reading, right? So it's going to apply differently for different people, but there are things that either you choose not to see, or you are not seeing it, or you're choosing to focus on the positive aspects. And so let's name a couple of examples. Like, say, in a relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you choose to see only the positive sides, the positive aspects, while all the crappy times are still there, but you choose to ignore it, then that becomes an unhealthy relationship, because eventually the negative aspect starts to spoil, and it spoils the very essence of the relationship. And let's talk about the next thing that's coming through is habits and behaviors. If we choose to focus on how we see our behaviors as only positive, it's like then we are lying to ourselves. It's like, oh, I didn't have a cheat day. I only eat healthy. Like, yeah, sure, maybe I had, like a couple of donuts or something, but everybody does that. So it becomes to a point of lying to yourself. It's deceiving and manipulating your own mind to believing a certain way. Those are the two examples coming through. But I think, yes. So there's a call here to take notice of something that is hidden, that is perhaps you bury deep away, either in the subconscious or things that you're not dealing with, you're not looking at, that is being called to your attention. Because what happens is, whether it's you're tricking yourself, whether you're focusing only on the positive to trick your mind or to trick you, we're not acknowledging the duality that exists in everything, which is there's a yin aspect, a yang aspect, a light aspect, and a shadow aspect. And the shadow aspect has to be incorporated, otherwise it will make itself known. And that's through the experiences we have later on, when it's like, oh, I thought this relationship was going so well. Like, that's what I told myself every single time, and that's what was the case. Well, yeah, that's because you didn't really look at all the cracks in the structure when they were happening. You just kind of like put a tarp over it, or just put some light glue over it, but the structure itself was crumbling deep inside apart. That's a strong message coming through. Yes. Are we seeing duplicitous nature in regards to somebody else doing something, Spirit? For a small percentage, perhaps. If you're dealing with some shady characters, some shady people, or you're in a business partnership or something, yeah, there's a call to be aware of that as well. No, we're gonna let that go. That's not standing out so much. Yeah, so ignore that last message. It's more so about self-deception here is what I'm seeing. Yes, they are reaffirming that. They're saying maybe just a small fraction where the deception in perhaps some court cases or things going on, it's from other people, but a lot of it is self-deception. Yes. And it's like, stop fooling yourself just to receive the benefits that you think exist there. Which means stop fooling and ignoring the shadow aspect just so you can receive only the positive aspects, say, of like this relationship or something. Yeah. Light a candle, meditate, reflect, go deep. So we review the truth for your personal growth and expansion. It's essential. Okay. All right, let's look at, we're not quite done with here yet, but that's the overall energy. Let's look at, I don't want to look at your Lenormand yet. Okay, well, we won't touch that yet. Oh, and I just got a burning sensation. Okay, what is that about, Spirit? Like the candles lit here. Something is being lit. What's the expression? It's like somebody's lighting smoke under your derriere. flattery, I think is what it calls out to. Or, you know, smoke up your blank. It's like somebody flattering you, or somebody, yeah, basically tricking, deceiving you. Is that what it means? Yeah, when somebody's blowing smoke up your ours is your derriere, it's okay, it's an expression that's coming through. Okay, so yeah, either they're deceptive, or they're not being honest, or yeah, they're just blowing fume. Yeah, okay, it's nothing substantial. Let's get some clarification before we look at your Lenormand. They're telling me to hold off on this. So let's look into your tarot. Let's see deeper what's going on here. What is Pile 3 being deceived about? Yeah, what's the nature of this deception? What are they being deceived about? And what is your advice on how they can move past this deception, Spirit? That's a lot of questions. So let's go first with what's deceiving you, pile number 3. Yes. Whether it's yourself, whether it's something else. Let's see what's deceiving you. Oh, I want to take this one too. Okay, and can we... Okay, should we go on to our next question here, Spirit? No. Okay. All right, what is the nature of this deception? What's deceiving you? We have strength. Is this little kitty here tugging at the tail of the dog? Kind of biting away. It's almost like the dog's like, it's uncomfortable, it knows it, but it's choosing to ignore it. Okay, we have temperance. You have to allow yourself to feel. We have the Fool. New journey on the horizon. So you can move away from this. We have the Call, or originally Judgment in the tarot. A call to transform yourself. And we have the Tower. Okay. All right. Yes. So whatever process you're going through, pile number 3, whatever you're being deceived of. So we're looking at the the nature of this deception, right? I feel like, yeah, we're getting a good feeling that you are a little bit aware of it, if not a lot. As we can see here, as we mentioned earlier with this dog and this cat, it knows, but it's choosing to ignore it. That's because it takes a lot of strength to change, to shift, to embark on a new journey. Bark. Because what does that require? It requires trust. It requires trust. It requires moderation. It requires acknowledging your emotions in accordance with your physical world and what you're experiencing internally and externally. That's what this card is telling you about. It's, yes, you may be experiencing all these things on the surface, all these aspects on the surface, and it seems all good and well on the surface. But unless you look deep on the inside and recognize your intuition, your emotions, and your feelings in regards to it, then you don't have the full temperance or the full totality of, okay, well, is it really good on the outside and the inside? Is this relationship really good on the surface and deep down? Yeah. So that's the most challenging part. It's easier just to ignore what's gnawing at you and look the other way, but it takes strength to acknowledge what's within and what's without, to feel it, to trust that you can shift and change, and you are being called to do so into something greater. Because what's happening here, as you can see here, this dark wolf is embracing the light. It's almost like it's like a painful process. It's like a reverse werewolf process, but it's still a challenging, potentially painful process nonetheless. If you have a relationship that seems so well on the surface, but really deep down it's not that beneficial, when you look deep into it, it's painful, right? It's like, what, this person might not be the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Or say you're in a relationship already. It's like, oh, the person I've been married to for the past 30 years, like, there's something about them that I've been ignoring all this time. So it's that kind of thing. It's challenging, and it can be painful. But if we just live on the surface, then we're only fooling ourselves. And the thing is, there needs to be some drastic change. And the message we're getting strongly with the Tower here is, if you don't change, Spirit will give you opportunity to change. As we see here, Spirit will send lightning and fires and everything which way for you to climb to greater heights. And yes, it is up to you. It's your choice, right? We all come here with free will. So you choose to stay in this situation, that's completely okay. Spirit will keep on sending opportunities for you to, it's like, okay, well, they could stay here forever. Let's help them out. Yes, let's send in like a curveball for their relationship. Something comes up. Somebody to peel their lover's eyes away from them. Let's see how they deal with the jealousy. Something like that. So, yes. Okay, now can we look into the Lenormand Spirit? Yes, we can. And I'll ask for some clarification in regards to the pets here. But we have the Rider. Okay. We have the Clover. And we have the Ochikote, which is the whip and the broom. It's like a gluttony for punishment. Okay, so what we are moving towards is, like we mentioned earlier, right? Spirit will be dropping opportunities for you, which may or may not seem like an opportunity, but that's what Spirit's going to be doing. It's like you are so immersed in this situation, perhaps, that it's well, Not exactly. It's like where you are now. It's we even see here lovely imagery in this card here. We have this serene nature, very peaceful background, but we have the mountains in the background representing challenges that comes up. And even in the midst of all this perfect, happy, peaceful, serene environment, we have that one cat just gnawing on your tail. It's like part of your conscience or part of something that's eating away at you. Yeah. And so as you move on throughout life, Spirit's going to be dropping opportunities. Like, hey, this is, like that. This is an opportunity for you to reflect and change if you want. And if the advice is not he, the opportunities will keep coming, because ultimately what it is you're excuse me, repeating a pattern that keeps on beating yourself up over and over and over. Okay, yeah. A lot of you do not want to hear that, and that's okay, like I said. Sometimes it's tough to hear these kind of things, and I have to convey the message as Spirit tells it. And if that's not what you want to hear today, perfectly okay. Come back another time, another day, 10 years from now, and listen to this message. It does not matter. The message, yes, is conveyed as is, but you can take it when you are ready to hear it. Yes, and I can see a bunch of people clicking up already, and that's perfectly okay. So that is the message we have in regards to all this. Can we get a final word of advice, Spirit? Yes, but not with this deck. Okay. And before we do that, for those who are still here, what is it in regards to the dog and the cat decks coming through, Spirit? It's like cats and dog. It's two different opposing polarity. Okay. That's also a thing coming out. Yeah. Reiteration of the same energy. That's why. It seems all nice on the surface, and it is, but it's not beneficial when you don't get the claws out and find out and dig and find out what's really going on. So let me pause your video real quick, lovely stars, and I will get another deck to have a final message for you here. Alright, lovely stars of pile 3, Spirit is not holding back on this one at all. Okay, so yes, we have the Haunted Mansion Manor House Tarot here for you. And let's see whether it's haunting you, whether it's going to continue haunting you, or if it's, or what advice can we have, Spirit? Can we get a final word of advice for pile number 3, please, in terms of how they can deal and move away this energy? Or what is your final advice for pile number 3 here, Spirit? And we do not want this one, do we? Yes, we do actually. Okay. So what is your final word of advice for pile 3, Spirit? Has not been an easy reading for pile number 3, but we are coming at it with the angle of growth, change, and love. Pile number 3. So we have the 6 of Wands. You can get out of the situation, and you know you can. Interesting. Okay. And we have the 6 of Cups. What is that? Okay, interesting there. We never noticed that so prominently before. Okay, that's what I'm seeing as. Interesting. That's what Spirit's pointing out. It's a band-aid that cannot cover it up anymore. It's a wound that cannot be covered up anymore. We have some nostalgic energy coming through here. It's something you've been holding on so dearly. Such a tight grip that you even hurt yourself holding on to it. Two of Cups. Are we meant to be together? Huh. Okay. And we have the Emperor. I knew this card was going to come out. I saw it during the shopping process and I knew it was going to come out. So let's see what the energy of this is. Yeah, we can see you're very protective of this perhaps relationship that we're hanging on to. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Bickering ensues. Falls right over the tower here. Also, this kind of speaks to the energy. Okay, interesting. So we will line up with these cards because it speaks to the energy here. Okay, we're going to keep using the relationship example because that's coming through strongly. But feel free to apply this to anything, lovely stars, for your situation. We capture the essence of the energy of something that's bothering you, something that is gnawing at you, and you know you should move on, or you think you know should move on, and it's encouraged you for you to move on, to acknowledge, to change, to shift. But yes, it's still lingering, and now we're getting the final resolution or advice of the final, yes, touch of advice to what to do about this relationship, this thing that you're hanging on to, this thing that you're deceiving yourself with. You can come out victorious. This tarot here is a story in and of itself, and I'll preface what's going on in this because it really ties into the situation. So the main character here, a Raven, she in this suit of wands, she has taken something from this group, rescuing it from something, and now she's making her exit, right? She's running away. And in this card specifically, we don't know what's going to happen, just as we don't know what's going to happen for you, because the choice is ultimately up to you. But we are indicating that whatever you choose, you can be successful at it. They're all chasing after her with all the torches here, but she herself holds a torch. And the Six of Wands indicates success. So you can come out of all this darkness and all this opposition because you are in greater power. It's like this dog here is much bigger than this cat. But you're letting it control you instead. Because, and the essence behind that, it's because there's nostalgia tied to this. Deep rooted feelings, that goes on, that stems on for many years, perhaps even decades possibly, but it stems from something long ago, or something that has formed a very strong bond, so it's hard to change and to break off. It's hard to rip off the bandage, so to speak. But the thing is, you can't keep on bandaging a wound and not healing it when the wound is way too big for the bandage. So yeah, if you have a small cut or something, yes, you can apply a bandage. So if it's like a small issue in a relationship, yes, you can talk about it, you can fix it. Even if you gloss over it, it might be okay. But over time, if you get a huge cut or a huge slash in, say, like your arm or something, in this case, in your emotions, in your heart, perhaps, there's no amount of bandage. Well, one bandage cannot cover that entire wound it's going to eventually bleed and leak out. And that's what we're seeing here as well. And it's interesting here, we have the Two of Cups with its shadow energy saying, are we really meant for each other? Are we really good together? That's the energy we're coming through here. And it's questioning and revealing your connection with each other. If we're relating it back to that relationship example, you're questioning, like, are we really good together? And it's let's talk about all this, and then we'll talk about the energy that coincides with that. And it's about protecting and being so rigid in that energy. It's like, no, I'm going to guard this relationship no matter what happens. No matter all the bad stuff we go through, I'm still going to stand there strong. Because in a way, this is also kind of like your quote-unquote prize. It's like seeing it as a trophy or a prize. It's like, oh, see, I found the love of my life when we were in high school together, and we've stuck together ever since for the past 30 years. But yes, lying to yourself and not really seeing, it's like, it's more so a trap and a dwindling relationship rather than a fruitful one. Because what happens here in the Five of Pentacles, more and more bickering is going to happen. And the interesting about the energy of the Five Pentacles, you see 5 glowing pentacles here, and all you have to do is move away from this bickering and go inside to receive those 5 pentacles, because there are other better things waiting. I also see the 3 of Hearts here, so definitely have some hurt, some emotional pains that involve in this process here. The Deep Place Oracle calls you to go deep within and reflect, and not just kind of stay on the superficial level. And now let's tie it in with the energy of the previous tarot. So yes, coming out successful, the power is within your hand. Balancing and moving away, this is the moderation of energy, of this energy here. Shifting away from that nostalgia while still holding the essence of that nostalgia. You can appreciate the relationship while moving away from it. And being tied in it for so long makes it difficult to break off. But a new beginning, trust and faith in something better coming will be the encouragement here. And instead of staying in the rigid energy, it's incorporating new enlightening energy that will allow you to shift and move out of this phase. And to get out of the bickering, to receive further blessings and growth, and move away from the pain. Because if not, Spirit is going to give you, drop you plenty of opportunities for you to shift away from it. All right, pile number 3. That was your message. May or may not have been easy to hear. But whatever it is you're hanging on to, whatever it is you're deceiving yourself with, right? Whether it's relationship, whether it's aspects of yourself, business venture with a business partner, even perhaps anything. The encouragement is you can come out of it successful, meaning you can come out of it stronger, newer, more refreshed, because there are better opportunities waiting rather than lingering in this energy. All right, lovely stars, that was your reading. I hope you found it helpful and insightful, or you liked it. If you did, please consider giving that like button a tap. Subscribe for more messages if you have not already. I wish you a wonderful, transformative, and magical day. Remember to shine bright, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, bye, lovely stars.